My name is Neal, and I am an orthopedic spine surgeon. I grew up in the Midwest. I went through my life and I did believe in God, but I was very busy. I was in college and medical school and residency, and then I had a husband and 4 kids and did not spend time particularly thinking about my spiritual life or how that should be played out. And then I went to Chile with my husband, and we were kayaking a section of river that is well known for its waterfalls. I went over one drop, and as I hit the bottom, the front of my boat became trapped or pinned in the rocks and the underwater features, and I and my boat were immediately submerged by the water. I immediately tried to do the things that would either free the boat or free me. I was out of air. I was too far from shore for anyone to see me, probably, let alone come and rescue me. And I very quickly realized that I was probably going to drown. And at that point, I very consciously and with great sincerity asked not that God come and save me, but I really asked that God's will be done. And the moment I asked that, I was immediately enveloped with this absolute physical sensation of being held and comforted and reassured that everything would be fine. My husband would be fine, my children would be fine, regardless of whether I lived or died. And it was that word, fine. And as I was in that situation, my body finally broke free from the boat. I could feel my spirit break free from my body. And then I rose up and out of the river, and I was greeted by this group of beings, spirits, angels, and I knew that they were of God, from God, and that they were there to greet me and love me and guide me. And it was actually only when I was with them and I could simultaneously look back at the river and see my body pulled to the shore and see the guys start CPR that I sort of thought, well, I guess I really did die. I guess this is it. I really am dead, and I feel great. I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it was absolutely exploding with color and beauty and brilliance and the absolute pure and unconditional love of God. This sense of great disappointment descended on the spirits that were inside, as well as those spirits who had guided me down this path. And they turned to me and they told me that it wasn't my time, that I had more work to do on earth, and that I would have to go back to my body. After this experience, I have an absolute trust that the promises of God are true, that He loves me, He has a plan for my life, and there is life after death. And I know this to be true, but I also trust that that's true. And in that, I don't have to worry about death. I don't have to worry about tomorrow.